Hello everyone, we're back. I was about to take my Yankee, who's just over that little ridge there, back home. I was walking him with my Allosaurus when I saw this guy. You can see pacing, well, not pacing. You can't see him right now, there's his head. Pacing down there, he fell off the side of the mountain because he's butter toes, and he's level 95, Fluffy Rex, and that makes him somewhat interesting to try to tame instead of kill. So I got my ducks in a row. We have oh, it's not even here. We have a kit right down here for a little taming square. So instead of showing you the aftermath, I'm going to try to build it here and then see if we can kite him over. It doesn't really matter where I'm going to have it. Probably I'll just put it here. That way I can build it in relative peace because I would rather not have any imperial entanglements while I'm doing this. Oops, it's fine. So we'll have typical 4x4 base. We'll build this. I'm only going to build it too high, and you know, if it gets out, I'll come back and add some more. Okay, so all you have to do is just make it a little higher if he hops out. And I think it is a he, much like everything else on this map. Everything is male for some reason. So we've got that, and really we only need one set of ramps. This is where the danger is because if I don't get this high enough, his toes or whatever will be able to hook on it. Okay, so that's the ramp. This is the exact same type of thing I used for the Allosaurus. The first Allosaurus I did snuck out of the 2 high one, which is why I had a 3 high one that he ate his way out of. That unfortunately happened off screen because I was entertaining. The worst thing about these guys, of course, is their scary roar, which I don't really want to deal with. But I need to get... I do need to get his attention. So, spoiler, I have a gun. Don't know how good I'm going to be. Got him. Okay. Is he coming? Sure is. Okay, so I really don't want him to roar, but I sure do want him to follow us. See if this catches him. Oh, he roared. That is not what I needed. Hopefully he will get himself caught while we fly blindly for a while. Luckily we got pushed pretty high in the air, so it probably won't be too dangerous. Plus, I mean, oh yeah, and I've got my fur on, so of course I'm overheating in here. Fantastic. Always love that effect. I do need the fur on for here. Most of the fur is my fur. I've been cutting my hair. Let's see if we're caught. No, we're not. He ate. No. Hey, can you come here? Can you come by this way? Could you? I don't even care if you roar at me again, but I do kind of want you to run up here. Like, how close can you get and not walk in? See, and I need it on the other side as well. Maybe it already walked in and out. We don't know because we didn't see. Okay, can you chase me? I'm right here. I mean, you can even go ahead and roar again. I don't know if I can walk up this incline here. I don't really want to slide off and find out. I can. Okay, so I can shoot it once again to get its attention, but it is going the wrong way. It's kind of dark here. I'm just going to do that to see. If I go... Oh, and that's where I fall. So let's not do that. It's too steep over there. Might have to get its attention over here and then just run. Actually, that angle is getting better. So if I can get maybe here. Do a shooty shoot. Hey, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Can I hit him from here? Yeah, I think it gets really inaccurate from this. Oh, I did. Check that out. Not bad. Are you coming? Here, you should be angry at me. There we go. There we go. Okay, I just got to chance it. Come on, get in, get in, get in. Oh! Oh, it worked. Wow. Okay. I'm too close. I didn't actually want to do that, and I don't want to scare my guy away here. I don't know if this is a good spot for him. I just need to shoot from what's a safe distance. The big thing that I don't know, yes, you can see I don't even know what I'm doing here. I want to land. There we go. Ouch. One. We've got a bunch of tranks. I didn't even count to see how many I need. Let's craft. Yeah, no, let's craft like 60 more. And let's commence the shooty. Because I don't know if he can even roar me, if it affects me directly. Okay, probably want to hit once in a while. He's also pointed away from the... I'm not even trying for headshots here because I really don't need them. As you can see, I even missed that one, which is pathetic. And that one. Come on. There we go. I do have 200. What's it called? I have a 200 narcotic with me, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Even if I miss a whole bunch. This is also the super great crossbow, so it will deal quite a bit of extra damage. The worst part about this is I don't want to hit him after he goes down. And of course with this type of a delay, that is always a risk. At least I'll see the run, you know, the fear animation once it gets too low. I don't think it can do any damage to the stone. Like a Rex can actually damage stone, I think, but anything below a Rex, which even though he's a fluffy Rex, he's still technically below. Anything below a Rex isn't really going to do very much, if anything. He might be able to eat all of the the wood ramp, but I mean that's irrelevant. I'm going to have to destroy the side of this anyway to let him out. It's funny, I'm very used to taking headshots and not body, and head is quite a significant difference in... See, I missed. I really don't want to do that. It's a waste. I think those are heads. Gotta be careful. Okay, so I was running. I want to hit the... It doesn't matter. Like, there's no time problem now. I want to make sure the torpor hits well. And in fact, I think I'm not going to do the headshots anymore, because that's... I don't want him to be damaged and die as a result of this. I should probably wait about 5 seconds between shots. I just don't know. I have no idea what the direct effect on me is if it roars right in my face. I don't think it's any, but who knows, right? And he could get his little toes right on the edge. This is how the Allosaurus got out. He got his little toes on something, because I didn't make it perfectly. Probably the ramp, and then it was a big old chase, and I really don't want to chase. There we go. Okay, and I don't think that was a bad hit, like a hit after the fact. What did we end up with? 50 tranks, so I mean it's fine, we're going to use them eventually. I do like to take that off, and I am in no hurry to do anything with him now, so I'm just going to rearrange my setup here for what I normally have. So gun first, we'll talk about the changes while we're taming him up. Got a bunch of narcotic. I don't think we're going to need it. I'm going to use raw meat, but now that I'm thinking about it, if I don't mind leaving this area, there should be a fair amount. Oh yeah, so you can see Anki was here. I was leading him back after we were done collecting the crystal, and I actually grabbed a bunch of obsidian because we needed that to build a bunch of things for using, of course, the polymer. And that is what this gun is here. What is that? It's the shotgun. I do like the shotgun a whole lot because I usually need it to save my butt. In other words, when something is in your face is when the shotgun works the best. And the pistol is just very easy to use, quick to load. It works well in things like bats and stuff like that. So I like the pistol for the going into. So where do I get him from? Here? Hello? Can I get a information from you? Maybe I have to go here. There we go. That's better. As you can see, he's a male. Am I hitting the wrong key? Do I not know how to use a keyboard? This is weird. I do need to open his inventory. Do I have to go inside? The tail? This is strange. I don't like this. No, that was... Wow, okay. Get him by his foot? I don't think I've ever had that before. Let's look at the stats. Weight's okay. I don't even know if this is up. You know, I don't know stats very well. These, you know, I can use these. 4180 for health. Hey, that's great. That's more than my Allosaurus came with. And I guess he is. He's an upgrade from the Allosaurus, but not really all the way to a Rex. But now I will have the collection of 3. No, I will not be getting a Giga. I think. I mean, they just don't seem to be worth it because they get... they lose 80% of some of their stats when you tame them. It makes the Giga... Sure, it's technically better than a Rex, but it's kind of disappointing what happens when you get the Giga. It would be really kind of way too OP if you actually got the wild Giga as a tame. So it makes sense. They have actually balanced tiny little bitty things in the game. Alright, I have no idea how much it's going to take to tame them up, so that's something... Oh, well, you know, I have a second screen here I can look at things on, so we'll wait for that to come up. And then what I'm going to need to see is how much... And then I also need to see who else is in the area. And that is the other half of things. So... I cleared this out when I got the Anki, and we've gotten pretty minimal... There's a lion, so I'm going to have to do something about that. How does he give enough raw prime? And that's the other thing, is like I want to get that raw prime at the end. Not, I don't know how long it... okay. Alright, let's do some strategy. We'll leave him there. If we lose him because of a local predation, well, that's how it goes. But what we will look at is our options for taming. So there's 3 of these guys up there, unless one's been killed. So I've just been keeping track of them. Let's turn the brightness back down to something we can tolerate. Show you where we've gotten in the house. So I've got all the walls up to 2, and we got quite a bit of crystal thanks to our Anki there, so that was extremely helpful. I have both dung beetles here. We have Sir Poopington and Ushiny, who I just got. I think every time I go back there, I'm probably going to grab another one because why not? And then what we did is set up generator. We don't have a whole lot of gas in there, but it's enough. We have 4 fridges, so we've moved entirely out of our little safety spot over there in the corner, which worked extremely well. And I've just started building up our storage here. We'll probably put more storage over here the same way, and I'm going to leave these open for more storage. This is our small things storage, which is, you know, just matches the rest of it. I have my industrial forge for all of the wonderful meat that we're going to have to cook. We actually have a bunch of it in here waiting to go, but I'll get around to it later. But we're back here essentially to maybe get the Giga and then use him to get the high quality food. And then I think everything else can just sort of stay here for now. I think that's just what I'll do. And of course those Carnos will give me some of what I need. Sorry, so let's go and have a peek at the UD. This isn't what I intended to do today, actually. Today I was going to, and we will do it. Oh, by the way, so the power is just as a single wire that goes under the ground. I set the wire first, and then I set this down. I had to do it about 8 times to get the spacing. Even that's a little wider than I wanted, but who cares? And then these, of course, go down real easy, and we just have one extension there. And I think if I need to do this again, I might have to break it. One thing, if you remember, we have this huge dark spot here, and that's why I have this nice little light here, which I guess is on right now. But it lights up the area so I can actually see stuff. It's kind of a cold blue light, so it's a little ugly, but what are you going to do? What I was planning on doing today was actually putting the water in. So that's going to be a bit of work. Again, it's sort of working backwards to what you want the water to look like. And then we'll at least get this side of the house watered up. I don't know what we're going to do because I want plants on this side as well. So we'll see how it works. And apparently if you set them up high enough, they can water both above and below. So I might set the water up sort of in the middle of these two. Sort of at that slightly above eye level, and it should be able to water everything. Okay. And of course we have the fabricator here, but I think I showed you that last time. Alright, so that's good. Let's take the... I don't need anything else here, but I'll just leave it in my inventory. Let's go ahead and take the aloe. And I've got my information for my... Just sort of leave that there for now. I've got the information for my UD here, and the level 90 needs 100 raw meat, 67 cooked prime, 34 raw prime, and then you divide that by 5. So I need probably 7 to 8 raw prime, which then, I don't know how quickly anything decomposes there, so I should probably pay attention to that. Got all sorts of herbivores here. I think the carnivores are what'll give us the prime, but I don't think you'll get them from regular raptors, so I will need those carnos up here. So let's just go ahead and get them. I still don't know who that is. Let's just find out. I think it's a parasaur? No, it's a triceratops. I don't know, do they give you prime? I don't know. Let's just go grab the prime from these guys right now, though. Before they run away, before they get killed. Were they up there? No, they were here. Boop. Nice antlers. Let's go ahead and munch here. Hello, sir. I hope you are full of prime meat because you look yummy. 3. Not a lot. Oh, that's a lot of raptors. Well, we're going to find out if raptors give us prime. I'm pretty sure they don't. Alright everybody, let's go. I do want to kill the raptors first because I don't want them eating the other guy. I don't want them eating the Carnotaur. I need my Carnotaur prime. It's funny he didn't even come over here to try to eat the raptors. Okay. Alright, bump. Let's not bump you off the edge, so we'll draw you back slightly. Oh, he's a low level. 7. I didn't even see if any of that came. That's what we need. And I made a mistake. There was something, or I just forgot. Let's use the right words. I don't know. Hey, we haven't given him speed in a while. Let's do it. Well, I want the poop first, Sir Poopington, but oh well. It's gonna have to wait. No, I wanted to get some salts, some preserving salts, because I did get some sulfur from the volcano area and some what is it? Salt from some bones. There are loads of bones everywhere on the map that you can harvest salt from. And when I was sitting, hey, you want to get eaten too? You can also see how close they can. I know they can break glass, so that is why this is a relatively not great area to build something out of so much glass, but I also don't care. Alright, so over in, I think in this one, I've got all the salt, but I have not actually added. So, preserving salt, it's a really easy thing to make, and all I'm going to do is make 3, because you make 2 with each one, and they only stack as 6, and all of the stacks sort of fail at the same time. What I do need to do is make the jar to put the salt in, so at least I can make a bunch of salt at one point. And then it actually preserves the preserving salt. Yes, I love that. Ooh, that will be going into one of our guys. Okay, so that should double the time. Oh, my tips are off. No, no, no. What's the tips? You know, if I knew what it was. Doesn't one of these do that? Fantastic. I've hit a button, and now I don't have my tips anymore. So, sort items, drop all, transfer all. Oh, no, wait, here we go. Toggle tool tips. There we go. That's so much. So, 20 minutes. I'm pretty sure it will. I don't even know if I looked at the right thing there. I was just making sure the tips worked. I don't think I did look at the right thing. Where are my happy little guys? Here you go, sir. Can you take that? You sure can, especially when I do that. They're also making oil for me. That's actually far more important than the fertilizer right now. Hey, I pushed myself out of the way. Because I need gasoline to run everything, to run the power generation, obviously, but here, let's do that. And I also need gas to run the industrial, the cooker. So I need, just to make sure I have enough of that. And you really make tons of gasoline. It's not a restrictive resource or anything like that. It's very easy to make. But the dung beetles are a great passive way to make it, so I don't need the oil part of it, so that I don't need to risk anything else. Going underwater to get like oil sources, which that is how I've died at least twice in the game. I had in my very first save, I had a Diplocaulus, which took me forever to find and tame because, well, I mean, first of all, it's just early in the game. I didn't know what I was doing. But also, it just took me a long time to find and also to tame because they show up in a fairly dangerous area on the map. In the swamp. So let's see, we are down, torpidity's not bad. We're down 350. That's almost done. Okay then. Hold on a second. We will be keeping that. Poop is valuable. Keep it. Keep all of it. What I did want to see is this. No, 30 minutes. This is fantastic. So this is really why you want the preserving salt. So if I take this out of here, so it's 30 minutes. I take it out, down to 15. So just doubles. Works in almost every place except your... Well, it is dark here. It works in almost every place except your refrigerators. But the refrigerators do such a fantastic job of preserving practically everything that it's, you know, it's okay, it's fine. I mean, kind of makes sense preserving salt wouldn't work in refrigerators. Okay. We're down 350, and I was saying we would need 7 or 8. So we'll just get to 6,500. That'll be down 400. The meat, all kinds of meat, anything except for kibble for meat should replace 50. So that's perfect. Wow, I am cold here though. And I have my fur on. These are my best stuff. Even these things are my best shoes for hypothermic insulation. I need probably to get better things. It is quite dark here. I should eat, because as you eat, you also put on energy. I'm not that far from a hot area, but I think I can deal with this for now. What are you at? I can't. It's so annoying that I can't see from there. Let's drop this. I'll transfer that. I will drop that. I'm not going to eat those. That's actually a waste because I think it is better for me to just eat the meat here. Let's transfer this meat out because I don't need it. Just sort of trying to stay organized. It's funny, I have an open window behind me, which is quite bright, which means I can barely see a thing. I mean, it's bad enough for you guys. Like, that's how it could be. So at least it's this bright. But yeah, this is a very dark area on the map. Luckily we can light it up like this. 6502. Okay. That is 8 pieces of prime, which I will stick in my inventory and hand on over. This is why once you get that first really good dino for harvesting prime, it just makes the... Let's see. I just want to see. 28, 43. Yes, it'll probably go in 7. It might take 8. And yet another male. Yudo. Alright, sir. Let's break you out of this prison. These are cheaper to make, so I will... let's do the top door frame first, if I can. Yes, how cheap can you be? I'm saving on the door frames. Now, can you get out here? I'm almost certain... Oh, well... Let's find out. I forgot. Auto courage off. Okay, yeah, you are stuck. Which means I don't even need to put the door frames in here. I suspected... No, whoops. Well, there you go. So much for me being efficient. I suspected as such because, generally speaking, they can't fit through useful doors. I already tried to fit this guy through the doors. Okay, first of all, size comparison, they're not that much bigger. But in terms of stats, they're sort of more Rexy. Alright. Very Rexy. I think they also are really bad about getting caught on things, honestly, just like the Aloe is, just like the Rex can be, though the Rex is quite good at getting over certain obstacles, whereas the Aloe is kind of bad. Obviously, when you're driving, it's not too bad, but I get caught all the time with this thing in places where it's just frustrating more than anything. So, in retrospect, that was good of me to leave those Carnos there. And that's something I need to keep in mind, is leave... these guys, by the way, will also... I think the Diplos will also give you some raw prime. But leave a decent number of those sort of larger dinos around. Thank you. I will be taking that as well. Okay, we will whistle you. Low. I would like that poo. Wherever it ended up. Where was it? Seriously, this is what I'm reduced to in this game, is looking for poo. Oh, there it is. I can't see it. I told you I can't see a darn thing. Alright. Now, we will be able to see things because we have light. So, one light, I didn't want a string because this string doesn't go completely at the floor, so it's nicely hidden from things. I mean, you see a little string there, that's perfectly fine, but it's, you know, it's nicely hidden from those areas. It's probably close enough to where I could even put one over on this side, but I mean, you know, you can see well enough here. I think this is actually light. I don't think it's light from the moon. I think it's actually light from the light. Okay, I've got a couple of poos. Who wants some? 1 oil, big deal. 4 oil, that's a little better. And then all these guys will start producing lots of different size things, so there is quite a bit of that because, as I said, this is functionally... Okay, I'm really trying to open this and it's not working. This is functionally what I'm using to get oil now. So there we go. And you up? No, nobody. At one point I'm going to have to get a... couple of Listros, because I would like some Listros in here. I want some Dodos and then a bunch of these guys because, as I said, they are... I mean, I'm not getting oil any other way. This is going to be my source. At this point, didn't I transfer the oil? Where'd it go? What did I do? Did I hit the wrong button? I already didn't do this the way I expected. Yeah, I think I transferred them all over to him instead of from him, because it was a total of 5. Yep, hey, you know, there we go. Buttons. Okay, so let's get some gas. Just leave like a bunch of hide in here and you'll be good for gas. I can now eat these to get them out of the way. And I will put my toys away. Generally speaking, quick grab stuff like clothes and all that. I'm actually going to go back to... That was not what I wanted. Wearing... Oops. My regular stuff, and we'll just transfer this all back. Also, the crossbow goes in there. I don't need those. And let's put this back in my thing. And then spyglass goes over. Actually, spyglass goes over there. Good enough. So, and then we have some other odds and ends stored back here. Obviously, you can see where all the fertilizer is going to go, but that'll be later. And this is just the rest of my junk. So that worked out pretty well. Let's make, or see what we need to make a Uterana saddle, because I have not gotten that yet. So I don't think I have those silica pearls. Of course, they're going to hide it behind somewhere. Yeah, I've got 60. I don't even remember where I got those. I know where to get them. So I cannot do this right now. I think, do I make it at the smithy or the fabricator? No, no, no. You don't make any saddles at the fabricator. So got a UD saddle here. A fiber hide, of course, we have tons of that. We don't have a lot of metal ingots, though. Gotta eat. Do I have metal here? I don't see any. So I've used up all my metal because I've made a bunch of, made the refrigerator rifle. I made as many bullets as I could make. So what we're going to do is on the way back with our Anki, we are going to, there is some metal up there. So, and that's right on the way back. So I will be able to grab some metal and that will be good. But this also served as sort of preliminary base tour of the next sort of the next step in making the base, which was we got the electrical finished, got the preliminary electrical things installed. That's all I wanted sort of as a minimum to start. And then on this side we'll start irrigation, and then the irrigation's gonna have to be pulled over to the other side, but what I'm thinking is that we're gonna fill in this side first, get the idea of how irrigation is going to work, and then when we'll finish building above, let's eat. We're going to finish building at least some of the top, and then I might run the irrigation over the top, so it's a little visually out of the way, but I don't know. We're going to find out. And I want to build it probably all with stone to begin with, because as you found out, we are out of metal. And then hopefully you can just do, much like you can do with bases and everything else, I can just replace metal with stone. It's kind of how the game works with everything else. I actually looked up online and couldn't find an answer, so we're going to find out. In any case, we're good. Do not let anybody out. We have a nice collection of dinos. We definitely need to get that T-Rex, our metal Rex, over here very soon so we could finish it up. I'm not going to bring over too many things from the other area, but the Rex has enough weight to handle all of it, so maybe I'll do that off camera as well. And you make the big poos. So you will be very handy for getting actually decent amounts of oil, because it is proportionally better to use the bigger ones. I think the biggest ones are actually not the best, but I think the medium to large, the mediums might be the best in terms of like total load for how much you can fit in there versus how much they produce at the end. But in any case, that is where we're at. I am a custodian at this point, just cleaning up the floors. Did I miss it? I think I missed it. Sure did. So we will get more pearls. I'll look to see what the best way to do that is. I may just go diving and hope I don't die. There are a few places you can grab pearls from, just they're sitting on the ground. They're really easy to see at night because they light up like the crystal does. So that's kind of cool. In any case, that's where we're at right now. And until next time, have fun.